Hello everyone, I Nidhi, your friend and coach, welcome you all to my channel English with Nidhi. In this video, we will cover yet another poem from class 10th English literature book First Flight, and the poem is The Trees by Adrienne Rich. So, without any further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, let's do a quick reading of the poem. The trees. The trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no birds could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadows. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion. Long camped bough shuffling under the roof, like newly discharged patients half dazed, moving to the clinic doors. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines. In a sky still open, the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. By Adrienne Rich. Before diving further into the video, let's learn about the poet. Her full name was Adrienne Cecile Rich. She was born on 16th May 1929 in Maryland, US, and died on March 27, 2012 in Santa Cruz, California, US. She was an American poet, non-fiction writer, essayist, and a feminist by occupation. Her notable works include Diving into the Wreck and The Trees, and her notable awards include National Book Awards in the year 1974, Bulligan Prize in the year 2003, and Griffin Poetry Prize in the year 2010. Before moving forward, let's quickly go through the difficult words from the poem along with their meanings. Number 1. Disengage, that is to remove. Number 2. Strain, pressure. Number 3. Twigs, small stem. Number 4. Exertion, effort. Number 5. Cramped, restricted. Number 6. Bow, branch. Number 7. Shuffling, mixing. Number 8. Discharged, sent out. Number 9. Dazed, stunned. Number 10. Empty, vacant. Number 11. Stiff, hard. Number 12. Shatter, disperse. Number 13. Scarcely, hardly. Number 14. Mention, to prefer. Number 15. Lichen, moss. Number 16. Whisper, to say something in a low and soft voice. Number 17. Stumble, struggle to walk. Number 18. Flash, shine brightly. Number 19. Crown tile, that is, upper branches and leaves. Number 20. Oak, a huge tree. Introduction to the poem. It is a symbolic poem which is a representation of womanhood. It is a free verse poem. It has 4 stanzas and a total of 32 lines. It is a symbolic poem where the trees are an extended metaphor for woman. The poet says that the woman has rested, healed, and recovered, and are ready for their primary purpose, that is, to renew the empty forest of mankind. Now, let's understand the summary and explanation of the poem. Stanza 1. The trees inside are moving out in the forest that was empty all these days, where no birds could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadows. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. The poet uses symbolism in the poem. The tree symbolizes the woman while the forest symbolizes the mankind. Through stanza 1, the poet says that the trees, that is, the woman, are moving from the confines of the house. They have rested well and healed themselves. And now they are moving to fulfill their primary purpose, which is to heal the forest of mankind and humanity. The poet further says that the forest has been empty for past many days, so no birds can be seen there, as they do not have any trees to sit on. No insects can be seen, as they do not have any shelter, and the sunlight cannot form any shadows. The forest of humanity has remained empty for many days, but will soon be full and bright. Stanza 2. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floors. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs, stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof, like newly discharged patients, half-dazed, moving to the clinic doors. These lines show the collective experience of breaking free from all bondages, embracing originality and undergoing transformation for the betterment of oneself and mankind. It shows their struggle, telling us how hard the trees have worked all night to break free and separate themselves from the veranda floor. Even the leaves try their best to break free, and the small branches try hard to reach the glass window so that they could go outside like the patients discharged from the hospital. The branches and thus the woman here are compared to the newly discharged patients who are in a hurry to move out of the clinic. All these suggests a sense of vulnerability, uncertainty, and yet hopeful progress towards the future. Stanza 3. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines. In the sky still open, the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. The poet here says that she sits inside the house with the doors to the veranda open, writing long letters. That is, she is reflecting on herself as she sits by the door in an attempt to bridge the gap between the inside world, that is her inner thoughts, and the outside world, that is the society. She says that the night is very clear and the full moon is shining brightly. The smell of the leaves and lichens is like a voice that is yelling and expressing their desire for freedom from the confines of the house. Stanza 4. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. Here, the poet says that her head is full of low whispers from the tree that would go silent by the morning. She asks the reader to listen very carefully as a change is about to happen. She hears the glass window breaking and the trees tumble into the night. The wind is blowing outside, meeting the trees. The moon is like a mirror, and it appears to have been broken into pieces as shadows of the oak trees divide the moon into many fragments. Overall, these lines tells us about the change that is about to happen. With the breaking glass, moving trees, rustling winds, and shattering moon, all of it contributing to the inevitable transformation that is bound to happen. Moving on, let's cover the rhyme scheme and other poetic devices from the poem. Rhyme scheme. There is no set rhyme scheme, making it a free verse poem. Number 1. Imagery. The trees inside are moving out into the forest, or small twigs stiff with exertion, or night is fresh, the whole moon shines, or smell of leaves and lichen. Number 2. Simile. Like newly discharged patients, or the moon is shining like a mirror. Number 3. Personification. Twigs stiff with exertion. Here, the twigs have been personified. Boughs shuffling under the roof. Here, both have been personified. Sun bury its feet. Here, sun has been personified. Number 4. Alliteration. L sound in long letters, F sound in forest from, S sound in sky still, or L sound in leaves and lichen. Moving on, let's cover some important multiple choice questions. Question number 1. Who is the poet of the poem The Trees? A. Robert Frost, B. Carolyn Wells, C. Adrienne Rich, or D. Robert Brown? And the correct answer is option number C, Adrienne Rich. Question number 2. Where are the trees from inside the house moving? A. To the mountain, B. To the forest, C. To the plateau, or D. To the sea? And the correct answer is B. To the forest. Question number 3. Who cannot sit on the trees? A. The monkeys, B. The birds, C. The bats, or D. The insects? And the correct answer is B. The birds. 4. Who cannot hide in the trees? A. The birds, B. The monkeys, C. The insects, or D. The children? And the answer is C. The insects. Question number 5. Where do the doors open? A. Backyard, B. Terrace, C. Veranda, or D. Balcony? And the correct answer is option number C. Veranda. Question number 6. What is the moon broken like? A. Glass, B. Clay pot, C. Mirror, or D. Crystal? And the correct answer is option number C. Mirror. Question number 7. What does the poet compare the tree branches to? A. An old patient, B. A newly discharged patient, C. The visitor, or D. The doctor? And the correct answer is option number B. A newly discharged patient. Question number 8. The pieces of the moon can be seen on the crown of which tree? A. Hemlock tree, B. Pine tree, C. Oak tree, or D. Apple tree? And the correct answer is option number C. Oak tree. Question number 9. Why can't the birds sit and the insect hide themselves in them? A. Because they are very short plants, B. Because they are very tall plants, C. Because they are decorative plants, or D. None of the above? And the correct answer is option number C, because they are decorative plants. Question number 10. What did the roots do all night? A. Try to respire, B. Try to hide, C. Try to break free, or D. None of the above? And the correct answer is option number C. Try to break free. Lastly, let's cover the central message of the poem. The poem is a reminder that humans are a part of natural world and that our actions can have a profound impact on the environment. So that's it for the video today. Let's quickly recap all the topics we covered so far in the poem. We read the poem, we read about the poet, we learned the word meanings from the poem, we read a brief introduction to the poem, we covered the stanza-wise detailed summary and explanation of the poem, we covered the rhyme scheme and other poetic devices from the poem, we learned the important MCQs from the poem, and we also covered the central message of the poem. Try answering the MCQs by yourself and write the number of questions that you answered correctly in the comment section below. I'll be back with another poem in another video. Till then, take care and study hard. Recommend the channel among your friends and family, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to your very own channel, English with Nidhi. Press the notification bell to never miss an update. See you soon. Thank you.